Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Jakesand. Today I'm going to be making Streetball by Babytron from scratch. Let's get into it.
Damn, Jakesand.
Left my bitch so quick, I heard the streets call. Ain't no rules in the game, this shit street ball.
So the first thing I did when I was making this beat was found a sample, and Grim Doza, who's a producer from New Jersey, sent me a pack of samples. Shout out Grim Doza. He had sent me this chop. I relabeled it Sweet Chop. It was 88 BPM, so we drag it in here, go down, adjust it to 88 BPM. And I remember playing it and thinking it was kind of slow. This is the sample. So yeah, I heard it was a little bit slow. I wanted to speed it up. So what I did was went in here, trimmed it up. And then after I trimmed it up, I just went through and adjusted it with the stretch tool. And after we did that, sped it up a little bit. So I had this sample, sped it up to 96, and then I think Danny G walked in the room, so we just started cooking up. He was like, what do you got there? And threw on an 808. If I remember, he put a spins on there. We'll go in here to the spins. I think we boosted it a little bit. He chopped it 25% on the out. And then, yeah, he threw on the spins. It was a pattern, something like... So kind of like an off bounce there, but it worked and it sounded good. After Danny had did that, I hopped back on and did a simple two-step hi-hat, which kind of glides throughout the beat. So after that two-step hi-hat, I wanted to add a variation hi-hat on top of that to go in between. So I added this one. So there's that variated hi-hat on top there. And then after that, I think we did an open hat. So just like that. It was a little bit higher of an open hat, so we'll switch that. So now we had our core to the beat. You got your 808. So after we added that variated hi-hat and the open hat, we had to add a clap. And at this point, me and Danny are kind of just collabing back and forth. So he was laying the 808, and then I'm doing the hi-hat and open hat, and then he's throwing on perks. So we're just collabing back and forth on this beat at this point. I remember after that clap, adding a triangle. That just kind of filled it in. After adding that triangle, I think one of the other last sounds that we added was a clav, if I remember correctly. So we went in here. So we had our 808, we had our hi-hat, our open hat, our clap, our perks. We built it off the sample. Me and Danny G did the drums together. Grim Doza did the sample, sped it up. So yeah, this last perk that we added, the Mr. Krabs perk, closed out the beat. And then this is how it sounds at the end. I think that day was just a normal day at the lab. Everybody was recording. We had like all three rooms in use. So you had A room being used, B room, podcast room. Me and Danny were just making beats in B room. Tron was recording in A room, and he just came over and heard it and said, pull it up in this room. So everybody's got different workflow and areas, but at the end of the day, you know, come together and create stuff. We recorded it, and that's Streetball. Oh man, that's a good question. I would say my boy Jordan, Stop Flexion Jordan, Earl, New Sonics, Big Mill, Rain, all those guys, Skedio. There's so many guys, man. Bang That Shit. I can't even name them on my hand. There's so many local producers. If you know who you are, and I rock with you, keep going. The pitched up snare, like in the Flint beats, or just like in general, I think the pitched up snare is, I miss that low punchy snare, you know, like I think we got to switch the snare back. Loops are cool. I mean, collabing in general is cool. I think people love to try to break down how things should be created and what should be, but however a project is made is how it's made. So if somebody sends you some loops and you use them and put the drums on them, then that's how we're creating, you know? Spam loops or be a loop guy. You want to be able to make you know, you want to be able to make beats yourself too. So don't just be a loop guy. Chicago's got like a cool underground scene. New York is cool too, like Surf Gang, Xavier Sobay, Sebi makes a lot of cool beats in New York. I rock with a lot of the New York sound right now too. So I'd say probably New York. I would say, I don't know, because my justification is like nothing's dead if you like to make it. If you like to make something, then nothing's dead. So just make what you want to make. Cardo is goated. Go look at Cardo's catalog. Go look at what he's working on. Like, just a great producer. His beats are fire. He's always making versatile stuff, projects. Pharrell still goated. You know, he's still got his hands in a lot of projects. And if you go back and look at what he's been a part of, he's produced half of the top 50 hits back in the day. So I still always look at what he's doing and follow him. I haven't really looked into it yet. Maybe there'll be a benefit and maybe I'll figure that out soon, but I haven't really dove in. I see it's being integrated and it's not going anywhere though. I'm gonna go to my Spotify Wrapped and I'll tell you. Best beat that came out last year is Boogaloo by Babytron, and By Kyle made that beat. That was my top listened song 2025 was Boogaloo. I always came home from school and I was playing drums and my brother was playing guitar. We would just jam. And my dad was a musician too, playing guitar and instruments growing up. So I think just making music with my family got me into it. And then as I got older, I developed, you know, a passion for the beat side of things, like playing the piano and like the background to the music, you know. So just cooking up with my family growing up. Yo, it's Jakesand. I'm here at Royal House. We just made Streetball by Babytron from scratch. That's it.
Left my bitch so quick, I heard the streets call. Ain't no rules in the game, this shit street ball.